It's time for tea right here on Plus TV Africa. And whenever we have tea, we talk about the most recent, the most sizzling, and the most current entertainment stories. This is Tea Time. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and here in the studio with me is my co-anchor, Ife Oshinkeye. What up?
What up?
All right, let's start with this story, which is on Nigerian rapper
YCee. I thought we always start on the note of what's new, what's good.
I can't do same old, same old. I've got to keep it fresh.
Oh,
so
okay.
you wanted it
Fresh.
to do, you were ready, I guess,
No.
I'm presuming. No, go on. Now that you've brought it up, you had a story for us.
I just learned the new dance step, okra drawing shaku shaku.
Okay, was that the one you were doing earlier?
The okra style, the one you were doing. The Kubo dancing shaku shaku, God. I'm traumatized.
Oh my days. So can you show show everyone?
No, you're
what I
the
was
one
doing?
with the new shaku shaku
yeah, I
style.
would do it. Go on, you show us
the
what you saw.
rolling okra style.
If you didn't say it, I was tempted to show you my very latest shaku shaku steps, but unfortunately he's messed it up now. So
It's all good.
all right then.
I have it in my memory, and I'm still traumatized. So thank your spouse is not showing you.
It's not that bad. Sorry, it's not that bad. It was actually I was getting good compliments, and then everyone's laughing.
Okay.
Anyway, Nigerian rapper YCee, who puts Assistant Commissioner of Police Yomi Shogunle on heavy blast. But this isn't the first person that is blasting the ACP.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rugged Man has also done so in the past. So this is coming as nothing new. But we've got to talk about it because this ACP, he's someone that stands to be respected in the community. And for him to be engaging in this Twitter wars, I just think he's making him lose respect.
First things first, I can't speak against the force, but at the same time, Yomi Shogunle is popular for tweeting insensitive tweets, especially at the times when Nigerians are agonized or in pain. He just sends out this, like somebody reported the case to Yomi Shogunle on Twitter. I saw this one earlier today, saying that I was brutalized by some of your boys around the YCee area in Lagos. And guess what Yomi Shogunle replied with? No vex, sorry. Do you understand? And people were like, come on. Now, this is a Nigerian citizen that you're supposed to be protecting. Now, he's telling you how some of your boys harassed him along the road. And all he had to say was, sorry, no vex. And then there was this other tweet in 2017 when he told Nigerians that they should wake up from their dream where they see policemen brutalizing them, that because they do not want to see when police are actually swinging into action, and that if this dream persists, they need to go and see a psychiatrist. Do you understand? And people are like, we're telling you about it, you're telling us that can only happen in a dream, that no Nigerian police or SARS official will brutalize anyone or harass anyone unnecessarily. So it's been Shogunle since 2017.
But as far as you know, do you know anything regarding his work ethic and the sort of job that he does? Because I am thinking that perhaps he's very good at his job.
I think he's the spokesperson or the public relations officer for the rapid response team. So aside from being the assistant commissioner of police, he's also that. So his job is that he's supposed to respond to such things. He's supposed to write for the force. So it's okay that he's trying to paint the police in good light. But there was this one last month where a reporter said that he drove without a license and without the papers of his car from Lagos, I think, to Abuja or somewhere very far though, and that he had to pay the sum of 64,000 naira to bribe the police. Then Yomi Shogunle posted a picture on Twitter and where he was counting money with a newspaper on his lap and said he moved all the way from Ibadan to Ekiti, and every checkpoint he was counting money and nobody asked him for a bribe. So where do people see it from? But these are things that we all know happens, and I'm sure ACP Shogunle knows that these things do occur in Nigeria as well, but I do not know why he has decided to turn a blind eye to it, which was why what YCee said today, I was not surprised and I was really glad. I think it needs to be told a lot of things. YCee called him a pile of trash, and that he prays that he lives long for him to witness a reformed Nigerian police force.
You see, the reason why I was asking you, you know, if he does a good job, because I'm still surprised that someone like that is still in the force. So that's why I'm saying, okay, maybe he does a good job.
Come on, we have transmission. Sorry, sir. Transmission, and he's still in the force. So what are we talking about?
You don't understand where I'm coming from then.
No, I do understand where you're coming from. I'm just telling you that, look, this is Nigeria.
No, but
a lot of people play with their influence to get in the positions where they are, or they use their influence to get to the position.
I'm glad you say this is Nigeria, because I was going to say if this was in the West, I think he would have been given the boot too long ago. Yeah,
it's done this way too long. There are video evidences of SARS brutality, and then you still decide to turn it. Okay, look at the before this one of YCee. Rugged Man, we discussed that on this show, where Rugged Man was telling us how to identify a real SARS official from a fake SARS official. Now, Yomi Shogunle, who has been against the End SARS movement that began in 2017, came out and said, Rugged Man, even had the guts to tag Rugged Man that he has defected from the End SARS movement to reform SARS.
I saw that.
With that video. And Rugged Man also came back for him, telling him that he has proven that he's worthless and he doesn't, you know, how would you be letting citizens of Nigeria insult you, calling him a liar and things like that? Do you think,
by any chance, that this is actually a tactic? Because I'm thinking he's making the serious less serious so that, you know, the police
No, I don't think so. I just think this is a way of distracting Nigerians. Somebody has to play the devil's advocate, and he is the one they have put there to play the devil's advocate for the police force. Like, in as much as they know that these things are going on, but they have to put somebody there that will make us feel like, no, this thing that would go to the government. Maybe when they get called by Buhari, is the one they will send there that will say, oh, look at my tweets, they're lying, look at the things I've sent. Do you understand? Like, oh, we're working towards this thing. Even Shogunle even addressed this issue in his tweets. You get that kind of thing. He's the one playing the devil's advocate. That's what I believe that this is all about. But aside that, I do not want to believe that he does not have family members or friends that have seen these police occurrences where they ask for bribe, where they brutalize innocent citizens and all.
He knows. That's why I'm saying that he's just doing this to deflect this, you know, attention from the police force. I think he's deflecting, but let's agree to disagree. It's just my...
Well, it's also possible that but this is rather causing more attention to the police force, because it's even making them look more incompetent. Like, look at the assistant commissioner of police.
Exactly. That's what
look at the type of insensitive comments he makes on Twitter.
That's why YCee called him a pile of trash. So are we going to agree that or disagree?
Well, I can't say that on national television, but as soon as I get backstage, please ask me.
All right.
And I'll tell you a pile of what he is.
You've said enough already. Time for a quick break. Some more entertainment news coming right after this.
Could you please sign your autograph? Sorry, your signature.
My search is over. All I have ever wanted, I found in you. Everything that I need, I find it all here. Delivered with love to me. That's why I trust you totally. 'Cause happiness has set me free. I am happy. I found happiness. My heart beats to the beat of my conga. I've searched and found what makes me happy.
Conga.com, Nigeria's largest online mall.
Well, welcome back from that quick break. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time, an entertainment news program. Our next story is on Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child, who gets temporary matching tattoo in support of Demi Lovato's alleged drug overdose. Okay, so this is Kelly showing solidarity here and showing support. So I think it's commendable. But I don't know, it makes me think, but why didn't she get a supporting tattoo though for Michelle, who went into, you know, a medical center for her own depression? Okay,
but Demi Lovato's case, at least she got treated on time. She checked, Michelle checked herself in on time, and she's getting treatment. But in Demi Lovato's case, she has relapsed. And this is something very serious. And she's not just Kelly Rowland showing support. Even our old friend Justin Bieber has also sent out messages and sending love messages.
Yeah, everyone
from
has been sending messages, but I think Kelly's the only person that has actually done something. Exactly.
Yeah. And I think it's really commendable. I didn't even know they were close.
Yeah, because they used to be together on, is it the X Factor? Yes, they used to be together on the X Factor in the US. So they were both judges there. I think that was the first time they met.
Oh, okay.
So since then, I think they've been keeping in touch and maintaining their friendship.
All right.
Yeah. So how do you think people are reacting to this?
Of course, like I said, it's a commendable gesture. The fact that she made an effort, it just shows that she's a kind-hearted person, and a lot of people are commending that, saying that, oh, well done, well done. And then they are also using this opportunity to send out their own love and support to Demi Lovato as well.
But this story is actually, it's been developing, it's been, you know, so I don't know, there's been so many updates everywhere I go. I see so many updates, and one person has one version, another person has another version. Like what versions
of the Demi Lovato story?
What I'm saying is regarding the overdose, some people are saying, no, she didn't actually OD on heroin. Some people are saying she didn't even OD, she just had like a misfit or something like that. But the one I've seen that is more is that she didn't actually OD on heroin, that she OD'd but was on something else and not
cocaine,
heroin.
Yes, that was what I saw as well.
Okay.
That it wasn't on heroin but cocaine, because that is what she's known to be addicted to.
That would make sense, exactly.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, because the heroin came as a shock to everyone.
Because like, you know, I was saying when we talked about it, that is even worse.
Yes. So, and I think there's a version for the media, and then there's a version that the true friends know about, because a lot of media, I mean, a lot of celebrities are showing support and talking about drug use and using this opportunity to encourage the young people out there not to use drugs and all that. So I think the celebrities are closer than we are, and if they are using this opportunity to preach against drug, then it has to be something drug related. But you remember, like I said this is alleged drug overdose. When we spoke about the story, I was telling you that, okay, we can't be so sure yet, so let's just hold on and let the story develop. So she's yet to make an official statement. Neither has our manager come out to say anything either. So let's just wait. A spokesperson, a representative only asked for privacy at this moment. So I think that's what we're waiting for her to say something. Or our team.
You know, she will definitely come out. Once she comes out, she will definitely say something of, you know, what went wrong.
But one thing that is for sure, she's all right and she's with family. That's one thing that has been consistent in all the stories. So.
All righty, time for another break. When we return, we'll be bringing you a scoop on a Nigerian on-air personality. We'll be right back.
Sometimes life has more questions than answers, and every teardrop seems to drown your laughter. But even when it hurts, there's someone who knows that everybody hurts, everybody cries. And you will be fine.
Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Welcome back, it's tea time and we're about to bring you this story on a Nigerian OAP turned photographer who commits suicide. So this is another sad story, and one of the things that I saw online is the fact that this is really a serious story. It's another depression story that's coming to light, and that we really as a nation and as a people need to take it seriously, because they were saying that she was all fine and good until even to the last moment.
Even her best friend spoke to her the night before
and that she was all happy and smiley and
she
stuff.
never mentioned anything. But the crazy thing is she cryptically dropped messages on Twitter. I think a few weeks back when she wrote stuff like the negative energy that needs to go away. I have to leave soon. I have to go. Then leaving soon, you know, she kept on. So by the time they joined all the threads together, it made a lot of sense that she was actually sending out a message of how she needed to take her life and how she couldn't deal with it anymore. So nobody knows exactly what, because N6, a rapper, a Nigerian rapper, and another on-air personality that she worked as an intern with said she was full of life, and he still had a conversation with her on Sunday, and they were discussing how she could improve her career and go forward and all. So he was the one that actually broke the news before her best friend even wrote anything on it. So it's just very sad, and this happened in the Magodo area of Lagos. So it's just a very sad situation that a girl that was full of life, that had a lot of potential, took her own life. So it just makes us wonder that, are we doing enough on mental health matters? Are we sharing enough information on that? Are we speaking to people? Are we enlightening the youths? Because this is a young girl that has so much ahead of her.
Okay, so if you know what, let me give you the floor and the camera and, you know, the space and the podium.
So that when you come tomorrow and then you want to introduce me, you'll say you're Ethiopian.
No, this isn't about Ethiopia. It's a serious issue. So, and I know you're the best person. Even Lakme wouldn't be able to, you know, be an advocate for the...
Well, I just think anybody out there going through whatever, no matter what it is not the end of the world. And I'm going to use the Child of the World video by Fowles as an example. This was a young girl that had almost everything not going well from the beginning. And then she got raped by her uncle. She considered suicide as the resolution to all of it. But at the end of the day, she thought about it and made very positive impact with the worst thing that happened to her in life. And I think all of us have the chance and the potential to do that. No matter what you're going through, turn it into something better. There is always a way out.
But Ife, do you not think by any chance, I know all you said is all fine and good, but do you not think there's any chance that it's easier said than done?
Yeah, I know it's easier said than done. It's actually very difficult to speak to people, especially about depression cases, because people in this part of the world tend to take it very lightly, like, oh, you're not serious. Like the case of Mo Cheddar, when she said she was telling her mentor she was depressed, and he was like, oh, you're just bored. Do you get? People tend to blow it away.
And dismiss.
So yes, they tend to dismiss it. So I think we should try, what we should do, instead of posting in my feelings challenge on the internet, let's post. No, I'm serious here.
Yeah.
Let's post out the numbers for helplines so that people can get help when they need it. Let's do such stuff more.
Because I know in the UK they have helplines, and they have helped so many people that were on a suicide watch, you know, prevent them from actually committing the crime. And those numbers are actually, you know, like all over the place. So I really don't know if there's a suicide watch here, or there's a kind of non-governmental organization that actually has a number that you can actually call.
Yes, there's actually an helpline for
but what I'm saying
suicide.
is that it's not so...
Exactly, because we are not making it as public as it should be. Our television stations are not talking about it as much as they should. Our radio stations are not. In fact, the media is not really helping a lot, because these things are very serious issues, and then we should actually take it up and be more serious about it, because look, these days, these things are beginning to reoccur. Now, this girl's own came out because she's more like an online person. I said online, like an on-air person. And there's N6 involved. Maybe that's why we're even talking about it on Tea Time.
Because
do you remember there was a case of a guy in Anambra that said he was going to take his life, and the next day he took his life? That story only trended for a day, and it was gone because it was a nobody. Do you understand? So imagine how many people.
Is that some people, exactly, their stories never come.
Yeah, that their stories never come out, and we never hear about it. It's not because these things do not happen. So they actually do, and I think we should focus on it. Let's focus on depression, let's focus on mental health, and let's try to watch out for people's feelings. If you notice that this person used to be jovial and all of a sudden they're keeping to themselves, try and, without them telling you anything, try and get them the help you think they require, instead of making jest of them.
Do you think about maybe our culture and our attitudes to people is also one of the reasons why this takes place? Because sometimes, like I said before, sometimes we're so dismissive, like, you know, you just want to rubbish the other person without even taking their feelings into consideration.
Like, body shaming is one thing we do the most in Nigeria.
Body shaming, it's not just body shaming, it's like even telling someone, giving them a rude comment, and just because you know them, you feel you have the right to actually talk down to them, and it's not right. It's not right. All of those things are little things that drop in the ocean, and then once the cup is full, you know.
Sometimes I'm not going to say what you're saying is wrong, but sometimes you get familiar with people to the point that you feel you can get away with saying anything to them. But like you rightly said, that is very, very dangerous. I think you should watch what you say to people and care a whole lot more about people's
than
feelings.
You know, I think some people are more
Matter of fact, the people that look the strongest are the most sensitive people in the world.
There you go. There you go. Up next is this story on a Ghanaian lady who says, I get bored dating one man for too long. Does this not spell promiscuity as far as... Because I'm like, hello.
I think this is just the lady that's... okay, first...
No, let me ask you, Ife. Do you think she's being promiscuous? Do you think she's being a diva in the sense that she's probably trying to follow in the footsteps of
I don't
Rihanna?
see it as promiscuity because, firstly, she stated exactly what she wanted. Secondly, when a little bit of digging was done by the website that broke the story.
By the website or by yourself? I thought you were going to say yourself.
Oh no, so I don't. Usually I don't. You know, sometimes you have to do.
No, don't worry. I'll give you the accolades. Yes, you did some digging.
Yeah, so I did some digging, and the blog site that actually broke the story, because I wasn't the one who broke the story. They discovered that way back a few months ago too, she had tweeted about having a condition called GAD, that's generalized anxiety disorder, and where she was talking about how she felt when things are going smoothly for her. It's just natural for her to believe that something bad is going to happen next. Do you get that? Is someone that doesn't believe in, I think it's more of a case of pray for the best but hope for the worst. You get that kind of thing. So that's the kind of person she is. She spoke about how she was sexually abused as a young girl, and how she kicked the people that mean well to her out of her life because she just feels that everybody just has one negative energy or the other to pass on to her. So that's by the way. So we've addressed the part of her mental disorder. Now, back to the initial tweet that got everybody talking. When I said she knew exactly what she wanted, what I meant was, she stated that if I cannot find a man that will make me laugh till I cry, I will get so bored of you, even the way you breathe will begin to irritate me. So this is a girl that wants somebody that would intrigue her 24/7, make her laugh, be that jovial guy. But if she gets hooked up with a guy that is probably what's it called? The introvert kind of person, such people bore her. So I think she knows exactly what she wants. So if she keeps going for what she wants, maybe she will stop getting bored.
But the thing is, you've got to be realistic, and I think she's setting herself up for disappointment, because regardless of the fact that if you find someone who can actually keep you, you know, laughing all day long, there's going to be a time where they're not going to be in the mood. What are you going to do then? Yeah,
but at least then you know that this person has the potential of making me laugh whenever I want. It's not just in the mood, so you would understand.
I don't think so.
But if it now makes it, and habit of not making you laugh or of always being sad, then yes, you definitely get bored. But when it happens just once in a while, I think that is allowed.
I don't think
that
she
is
will
really
be.
allowed.
The way she sounds, she doesn't sound like she's going to be very forgiving. If you don't make me laugh one day, you're out.
Yeah, she also spoke about anger management issues, how she gets angry over the slightest things, and yeah. So this is a girl that has, I think this is just a cry for help from this girl.
Okay.
And I think just like we were talking about depression and mental health, I think this is one of the cases
She's waving a red flag already, and I
Yes.
think the people that are closest to her should do something,
Yeah,
because
but
this
you
is the
see
kind of
this now,
situation that can actually
everybody is talking about this story. Everybody saw where she said she had generalized anxiety disorder. Has anybody reached out to this girl? Instead, everybody is backlashing her. If this girl turns up tomorrow to be dead and she has
Exactly.
taken her life,
Everyone's gonna
everyone would start talking about that story
True,
again.
true,
But
true.
this is a girl crying out for help. And instead of getting the help which she needs or deserves,
Yeah.
now people are backlashing her like, oh, you're a prostitute, you're
Okay,
this, you're
we
that.
need to wrap up. So, final word.
Mental health, take it seriously. Depression is nothing to joke with. Talk to your loved ones and talk to anybody and get some help.
And on that note, it's a wrap on Tea Time. But before we go, a big thank you to my co-anchor, Ife Oshinkeye, the production team, and our stylist, courtesy of Kudi Empire. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching and have yourself a great weekend.